Worth of recording today, and I have decided to leave Kings Plaza a little earlier because there's much children there. I have asked earlier on one of these buses, as far as I'm saying something, seeing something, and as far as the criminal activities that have occurred here with the rape of our children and the institutionalized crisis across all our institutions, and more of bearing false witness against our children, that our children are among wolves and snakes in our public institution. So I've boarded the 41 bus again today here, and as far as the Hansel and Gretel story, it has continued out here too, that of child prostitution and child trafficking. So only our mothers may warrant maybe gray-headedness comes to do with respect. Only the Pinocchio nose of Hansel and Gretel. She looked almost, I would say, 2,000 years old, and the serpent has a cold look of that witch. She wear a long black hat pointed, and her nose is like Pinocchio, a liar. So it has happened out here again. Some of these drivers, they have engaged in what is called nonsense, that you cannot provide civility for yourself, even though I do not know. I mean, everywhere these things are posted, as far as seeing something, say something. And these drivers have refused to report. I haven't been able to watch the news, but more of the activities that have occurred in their buses with our young teenage adults and boys. That of recording conditions that are normal and conditions that varies from normal, as far as, well, an active duty and a tour of duty that they have wanted to travel down these roads. They will go to prison for these activities, for not reporting the terrorism. Now the driver have left the confines of the bus. I mean, at least we are at the bus stop here to speak. This is a bus not in service here. To speak to someone on that bus right there. Now, as far as the structure of society, well, I can only tell that the fire department is a professional department as far as the training on putting out the fire on the Abrahamic terrorism, and more so, well, they know how to do it only in the practical, the wisdom of learning as far as terrorism, and more only putting water on literal fire in its true sense. If there's a fire in a home, only in the integrity of their training on terrorism warrants me some teaching only of a specialty. I can only give credibility that they have provided for much safety for terrorism. Well, I will only say that of intelligence. I'm grateful more of just that integrity that I know of their professionalism. So I pause this recording. Now, more in putting fire in fire as far as the professionalism of our institution, more so of the standard of the fire department. I mean, fire and fire is only an expression, more so that we have the sun here on earth, and more of fireballs that are 12 miles wide, 6 miles wide, and blast radius of hundreds of miles. More of not taking the world into those type of wars. I mean, that is a fire on fire that I have spoken of. For those days of those type of criminal mindset of a human being, for we have mapped the genome, and that says that man is one, and that of rapid organism evolution, we can tweak that of the genome, and just tweaking on what is called the genetic makeup of a man. It exists today as far as my teaching in philosophy of technology, that of rapid organism evolution. Now, more of the sun here on earth, it is of institutionalized learning, and so I can only give credibility to my teaching in humility. Now, we cannot have those type of activities here upon this planet. For it is known upon all institutions, for the integrity of our institution is the handing down of the alphabets of love. Only for integrity that that of constitution and the boundary system of a man will be respected. Now, in this respect, I'm the law to obey. I do not like to see suffering, and more so of just the criminal terrorism that I've been through. I'm the law to obey in this respect. I have a constitution. From I was a young boy, I would write the good news on my doors, and those who would want the integrity of only my institutionalized learning, for I was a straight A throughout my elementary and high school education. And that at the age of 12 giving, well, just a vote of thanks and honoring those who deserve the honors, only for the milk of the word and the expression of the integrity that I've seen the dawn itself, and just honoring the integrity of even my childhood fantasy days of seeing the rainbow, and just the amazement and the excitement it have given me. These laws is written upon my heart, and no punks and no donkey, and the devil, I'm not the devil riding horse in this respect. Now, the evils that we have seen in our schools as that of the foxes and the snakes that have, well, been given, well, just the social structure of society, civic responsibility to provide the future for our children, and they have become snakes and wolves. As far as all my time, and you can ask my great-great-great-grandparents, these covetous activities have never occurred in our school. They have been birthed at the dawn of this new millennium, and that of illicit creativity that have been stolen, that can really tickle and more ridden heartbeats in anxiety, and just criminalize and abuse of our children, rape, and there are deals of covetousness that will breed satanism. I pause this recording. Now, these evil of the foxes, the snakes, I mean that of the beast, according to the book of Revelation, have birthed that of our institution, to bear false witness against our mother's beloved children. More so, they are responsible for all these criminal activities and not to provide the guidance that our children needs. For no gun laws can change Satan. No one can change Satan. What must be changed is the structure of the wolves and the snakes within our institution, that they may report the conditions that have occurred here in our institution. For every word that I express today, I'm a victim only in crisis of all these organizations. My next take on is the Social Security Administration and their terrorism. As far as their input as a pay and go, whenever you put money in the bank, it does not say after certain years, after you do not put money there, it will go away. It should grow in interest. For the Social Security Administration is a structural aspect of our economy, and that of the IMF and that of our banks. The money should have been placed in somewhere that it grows. The Social Security and its administration, as far as privatization, they will answer to the children of the Almighty. I say this recording today. The heavens forecast the integrity of Constitution.